Hello and welcome to a smerdp video. Now, a figure that I never thought we would ever see, Bloodstorm, from the Marvel Legends series Strange Tales wave, which has the Build-A-Figure Blackheart. I've got to admit, in terms of X-Men, other than Sabu, we've not been very blessed in terms of Build-A-Figures this year. So, and ultimately, again, we're not exactly getting the Build-A-Figure that I particularly want. I'm not going to be reviewing the whole wave, because even though I had Blackheart Toy Biz days, it's not part of the collection that I build. So, it's very nice to have Bloodstorm. So, Bloodstorm, for me, is the last, about 10 years ago, where they were doing the all-new X-Men series. So the original X-Men were in the now, and they found an alternative dimension, Storm, who had become a vampire, and basically called Bloodstorm. So it says, a mutant and proficient thief, Moreau, was targeted by Dracula and transformed into a vampire known as Bloodstorm. And don't get me wrong, there was, in Chris Claremont's run, the story with Dracula and Storm, but I don't think it resulted in her becoming Bloodstorm or the Bloodstorm that I'm associating this with. So I would have to go back and read that to try and remember those parts of it. But the Bloodstorm I'm thinking of is the one from, like I said, all new X-Men. So let's get this figure out of the packaging. Okay, so firstly, it comes with this sort of welly dimensional back, which I think is pretty cool. I wasn't actually expecting that or to be interested in that. I don't usually like backdrops anyway, but I thought that one was a little bit more interesting, so I thought I would share it. It also comes with the Blackheart upper torso, pants area, and tail. So it actually has quite a big section of Blackheart on this figure. So, in terms of the figure itself, if I can get my light right, I really do love that. That looks very, very fierce. Loving the red eyes, loving the little teeth in there, although are very, very small. They are successful. And then she has a nice mohawk and the beautiful hair going at the back. And this was a sort of, I guess, in relation to punk era of everywhere, I guess, where people would wear leathers, extreme hair, punk haircuts, gillo blasters going on, etc. So I really do dig this sort of look. It always reminds me of James Marsden's Spike. Automatically, I automatically associate anything punk with him, or Billy Idol, obviously, if you want. She has some nice little claws going on there, and nice jeans. It does have the pins on the legs, so which is a wee bit disappointing, but it is what it is. So in terms of articulation, head can go all the way around. Nice motion up and down, so you can get those fiery sort of poses with Storm flying around. Nice movement there. Nice movement there. Just a single on the hand, which is a little bit disappointing. Nice hand rotation, and then it's just movement on the upper torso there, and then movement on the waist there. I feel like this doesn't sit very nicely. You know, I'm not sure what that's about. It's a little bit disappointing. Legs can go out, legs can swivel. She has a double pin there, which is pinned, obviously. You can see the pins there. A little bit disappointing. No swivel there. Oh, okay, that's a little bit disappointing. And a nice up and down on the foot going on. So there's some reasonably nice articulation, but not the full whack I was perhaps hoping for. I find it weird that it only swivels at the thigh and not at those lower legs. So she is certainly fierce. So let's put on her other head sculpt and her other hands to have a look at. Okay, here is the other head sculpt and the other hands, which I feel are a bit more maybe magical, grabbing on somebody, controlling them, etc. And we have obviously Punk Storm, or 80 Storm, whatever you want to call her. This is Storm after she sort of lost her powers and was a little bit wild. I do actually like the difference in these, because I do feel like this Bloodstorm does look like the version I'm talking about from the other dimension. So, and obviously the tones in skin color are slightly different, and it just feels like a younger face to me. Maybe I'm just clutching at straws. Maybe this is the Claremont Storm that but you know, I think this looks pretty awesome. So this is one of my favorite storms, actually. I really do like that storm. So let's have a closer look at that head sculpt. So once again, the beautiful red eyes. The only difference here is you've just got the two teeth sort of not gnawing at something, but just sort of penetrating sank. And she feels a little bit more serious. The hair's a bit more toned down, a little bit more controlled, and you feel like she's coming to control you rather than, what's the word? Eat you. So just to wrap it up, here is Bloodstorm about to eat Khazar. I think if she had double joints on the arms, I think you could have made a better grip around perhaps the neck, the body, but unfortunately she doesn't. So from that perspective, I feel like Hasbro have missed a trick. But then again, female bodies usually only get the one rather than two sort of movements of articulation in those arms anyway. So a little bit disappointing, but not the end of the world. I think you can still achieve it, and you can probably achieve it better than what I've done now. This is just a makeshift. Hey, let's just make this happen for the video. Anyway, I hope you like my video. If you do, please do support my channel by subscribing. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Thank you to everybody that's subscribed already. Make sure you look after yourself. Very important these days. And as always, embrace geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.